What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the garage. Tonight we're doing another mod on the interior of the F80. So we just got roll cage installed. Everything's looking super sick inside here. But now it's time to make a few more changes to the front of the car, front of the inside. So we've had this JQ Works steering wheel in here for probably about a month now. So we got some other changes going on in here tonight. So like I said, we've had this JQ Works wheel in here for about a month now. Still really happy with it. Still love the way it feels. Still love the way it drives. Just wanted to give a little update on some of the things that I've noticed while having it inside the car. Some of the little problems that I've dealt with and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and dive into it. I'm gonna pull the wheel off and I'll talk to you about some of them. Okay, so we got the wheel out of the car. I just want to talk to you about it. About some of the things I've noticed while having it in the car, driving with it, what it's like, how I like it, what my overall thoughts are on this wheel as a full replacement. Overall, I'll say the size is really nice. Now that's something that you can change pretty easy because that's mainly just the Momo part of the wheel, which is just screwed in right here. This is not the JQ part of the wheel. I mentioned previously that all these buttons work, other than these two, which they work, they're just not programmed to anything yet. So like I said, this is your M1, your M2. This changes the mode, which is for currently it's set up to change the mode of what your audio is, so it'll change between like Bluetooth or Apple CarPlay or anything like that. This is your volume button, and it also will change tracks, so go next and back, call button, and your cruise control settings. And obviously we have the horn in the middle and the magnetic paddles. These are carbon fiber weave. It also comes with a set of just aluminum black ones. And then this is a 320 millimeter wheel from Momo Alcantara. Otherwise, super great size. I really like the flat bottom aspect to it. I think it's really easy to drive with. Really nice, good feeling, not too thick. But some of the things I wanted to go over with are how it plugs into the car and some of the functions that you're no longer able to use and some of the codes that I've gotten while driving. So this car is equipped with the lane keep assist, which when you're driving, you'll notice and it's activated. You'll notice that the two little yellow lines that signify the lanes show up on the top of the dash. Unfortunately, in the stock wheel, to let you know that you're weaving in and out of one of the lanes or you're about to cross over the line, there is a vibration switch inside the wheel that will vibrate and shake the wheel. And that's its like warning to you. Well, as this wheel obviously doesn't have that, it completely disables the function. So I mean, while it didn't really matter to me that much, I usually am paying pretty good attention. And so unfortunately, because this wheel doesn't have those little the little vibration sensor that spins inside, that function is no longer working and disabled. So there's no code for it, but when you press the button, then it pops up with a code and says it's no longer active. So unfortunately, that's one of the things that doesn't work with this. The second code that I've been getting a handful of times is the cruise control light. So it pops up with a warning only when you start the car and it says cruise control malfunction. You press clear or you press OK and it goes away. It doesn't come back. So I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if maybe there's some sort of faulty connection. My buddy has the same wheel though and he also gets the same code. Not really a big deal, but it can be a little bit annoying sometimes. And it's only some of the times. It's not every single time you start the car. Lastly, and most recently, I've been getting an airbag warning light. So, well, it's not a warning light, it's a malfunction. It started a couple of days ago. It was actually when I went and installed the hood. I restarted the car back on to drive back home, and I noticed that there was an airbag light in the car. I went into Beamer code, went ahead and just cleared the codes. Actually, I used Beamer Link, but I used Beamer Link, and the code was there, and it was for airbag resistance too high. So I'm not sure what that is. I know JQ Works has those resistors that I plugged in. You saw me install it on the steering wheel column. I know that they have ones with different strengths. So I'm not sure if maybe I need one that's a little bit less, a little bit lower resistance. That way it resolves the code. But I cleared it. It was gone for about a week. And then just today it came back on. So I'm gonna have to code that one out. Other than that, the wheel's been great. Like I said, all the lights work. All the buttons are great. I've had no drivability issues with it. I think driving with the size wheel is really nice. It's really easy to take on and off. Perfect wheel. Other than that, still super happy with my purchase and super happy with the way it looks inside the car. Now, even though I had to remove the checkered floor mats from the rear, the checkered floor mats are still staying in the front of the car. So we still have this kind of white and black look going on. White car, black interior, white cage. I figured there was something missing. So on the JQ Works wheel, our horn button is just this little logo and it says Mad Trace on it. Not bad, but JQ Works makes another adapter for this. It's a replacement button, and I think this will look much, much better and kind of go with the whole theme that I've got going on in here way better. So this is the BMW horn button in black and white. And like I said, this comes from JQ Works. So all we're gonna do, we're gonna pop off the steering wheel, just use these Torx bits here, and then we'll be able to get the horn button off and we'll stick the new one on. So we'll get this replaced, thrown in. I'll show you how it looks. I think it's gonna make a ton of a difference, just having this little bit of detail in the middle with the white and black. We're gonna match the whole theme of white and black going on very well. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, just wanna take all of these off. So this is just to separate the steering wheel from the JQ hub. There you go, it just comes off like that. Next, we're just gonna remove these screws, more Torx screws from the face around the horn button. Now that we have all those screws out, this just comes off, and I think we need to pry off this back side. Okay, so I ended up doing this off camera. I was looking at this, trying to see what there is. It's just this metal connector on the back. And then what I ended up realizing is that, so this is the back side. All you do is when this is lined up, you can see these two notches up here are lined up at the top. Once you just twist this counterclockwise, the spring part comes right off. And that's what gives the spring actuation to the button. So we're gonna set this down, and we can take this. We're gonna make sure the notch is facing upwards. We'll take the Mad Trace logo out. There's a little alignment pin in here as well. Line this back up. Put the spring, you can see these little notches where this needs to fit into, and twist it back. There we go. We got the BMW back on. So just gonna reverse order this, screw everything back together, put the wheel back on, we're good to go. There we go. So wheels all done. Black and white horn button still presses the same, but I think that's gonna look way better inside the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in, or at least set it to the side for now. We've got one other mod that I wanna do to the entire interior. So I know it may be hard to believe, but even though with the mods I've got right now, I'm a huge fan of doing OEM or OEM plus interiors. So I still think this wheel is OEM plus, because we still get to use the function of all the buttons. Everything still works. We don't lose any functionality other than the lane keep assist like I had mentioned. The cage, we kind of lose the back seats. I don't use the back seats anyways. They mainly just sit empty back there. Plus it's a little bit of safety for the track. Otherwise, everything on the interior is mostly stock looking. All I have are the P2M checkered race floor mats. Otherwise, pretty much bone stock in there. I have one piece of carbon. Let me show you that real quick. So the only mod I've done here is this little piece of dress-up carbon over the shift boot, and that's just from Amazon. It was cheap. Fitment's pretty solid. I'd say probably about a 9 out of 10. Just gets rid of the silver. I don't mind so much the silver up here, but I really liked getting rid of it down here. So the next piece we're gonna do, sort of along this OEM Plus style, and that is an OEM M Performance Alcantara handbrake boot with the carbon handle. So I really like these. I think they look really good inside the car. The carbon matches the carbon that's already in there. Plus we get the Tri-M stitch. We don't actually have this anywhere else in the vehicle, but I still think it looks good. This should be a really simple install. You're just gonna pop these clips out, starting from the front, working our way back, popping it out, slipping it off the handbrake, and then popping this one on. So I'm gonna go ahead and film it, show you guys what it looks like. A little bit of a before and after. So here we have the OEM one, the one that came in the car. The leather's getting a little bit worn here on the top, but M Performance one's gonna look way better. We can slide this back so you can see the back, but I'm gonna go ahead and slap it in. It should just be starting from the front, pulling the clips out, and then doing the reverse to get the new one in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get it in off camera. I'll show you guys when it's finished. There we go, got it installed. Looks really good. The weave matches this weave of the OEM carbon. Goes well with the interior. Looks pretty good in here. This I love Alcantara, plus it matches the wheels, so I think this is a good addition. Looks super good on the inside. Super happy with that. Let's go ahead and throw the wheel back on, see how it looks, and we'll be all good. Okay, here we go. Wheels thrown back on. Here's how the white totally matches with the cage, the checkered floor mats. This looks way better. So I'm still debating. I've had the idea of turning this, just taking like a white paint pen or something and marking inside this yellow Momo to turn it white. So let me know what you guys think. Should we do that? Should we leave it yellow? I know there's no other yellow in the car yet, but there will be some yellow coming. I guess this, let's see if the camera will get there. The quick release is already yellow, so it's not the only yellow in the car. There will be a little bit more yellow coming. Hint, hint, if you know what might be yellow inside the car. So we'll see. I like it for now. Haven't really minded yet. I've also thought about, I have the red start stop button. I had the idea of seeing if somebody would make one in white with black lettering, with the black lettering letting the light show through so that it's still lit. If it wasn't lit, that wouldn't really be a huge deal for me, but I think the white might look kind of cool. Would match the BMW logo as well as the cage. So that's gonna do it for the interior mods on today's video. So super quick, super simple, adding some little bits to make the car how I want it. I think that shift boot made quite a difference. Just I like the carbon, plus I like the Alcantara. The horn button definitely matches the rest of the car, the whole white and black theme going on. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment. I'll see you guys in the next video.